truth is, it's hard to cover up the love. It's easy to spot how genuine we are. And we have replicated the spirit among almost 1 million souls. So it's no longer me, it's no longer, so the game is definitely expanding and escalating. When you talked about depression and people thinking of maybe even committing suicide or those tough decisions in life. I mean, it's not easy. I don't understand it. I hope we will never get to that extreme ever, or at least somebody we know will never get to that point. It reminded me of Japan. Japan's such a successful country. I'm a fan. I'm an advocate. I'm inspired by the technology, by the culture in a way. Not to mention the food. Everything in Japan is a class. They have a good lifespan, but the quality of that life is what matters or what counts. On the other side, if we look, they have the highest suicide in the entire planet. So how come they have work, economy, innovative country, beautiful landscape, all of that? Perhaps they just take out their life the most. Very simple. They're lonely and they're not emotionally filled. They don't have that family bond and connectivity. So one of the biggest achievements, if we became a family and we have that fulfillment, God willing and wanting Onpassive to be there and thrive, is just an evidence to me. That's how I take it. You don't have to take it the same way. And I believe that it's going to revive our spirit in many ways, and it's going to give us that immunity. Emotions and positive energy is going to give you the best immunity system you ever need. And we do have that, thankfully. It's priceless. We're a family. It's not about the $1 million amount. It's what you do with it. I just had a recent conversation with my father. A relative that is a cousin was in need for money, wedding purposes. I could help, but I just wanted to check with my dad. Is it okay? They would have the dependability. Would it open a can of worms? Others would approach me the same. It's not a charity. And he said, absolutely do it without a doubt. I said, why? Nobody helped me, He said, what you give is what counts. What we will know about, what God will know about. What you don't give, nobody cares about that. Even I am your father. I don't know what you keep to yourself and what you take. It doesn't matter much. But I notice and I enjoy the part that you give. And he said, that is the part that will stay, even when you're gone. So the signs of giving and the connectivity and the emotional bond that we have is already a fact. It's already a reality. I said this before, that one major company wanted me to be a part just as, and that was one of the few straws that broke the horse's back, when we were exactly 40 people from across the globe flown to a retreat in Florida, and with the owner, and it's supposed to be a disruptive company, but it's not going anywhere for 5-6 years now. And the reason, they wanted us to market it. So one thing I didn't like, it was limited, and it's not a small limit. The comp plan was, everything is good about the company. It's in technology. I'm passionate about that. I would sell I'm sorry, the hell out of it. But the only problem is it was limited in revenue. So you're allowed to have, that's one of the main things, but the major, break moment with me, it was limited in revenue, and that is not too small. It's about 125,000 euros per month. Yeah, it is a European company. So after all, you're talking about roughly 500,000 euros a month. If you max out the pay plan, I knew I could max it out. And I said, there's a problem. You're limited to this. Oh, yeah. When we get there, if you ever achieve it, we'll talk. We'll give you some. No. It has to be for everybody. I'm not I don't want an exception or a bribe or any. No. If it's there, it's for everybody. And it just the way I want to do it. So the chance I want to have, I want also the people that work with me to have the same chance. Then that kind of put a pressure on the owner. Up until that moment, I had a lot of respect. But when he told me that, well, how much money do you want to make? This is a lot of money. And I said, yeah, it's amazing. And he said, how many steaks are you going to eat in a day? How many houses do you need to live in? How many shoes? How many pair of pants or jackets like that? Yeah, said, I probably don't need that money to buy any of that. I already have it.
Ready to take your idea online? Your domain awaits. Get thebest.com or .in domain from GoDaddy.
So why do you need all of that? But you just showed me how idiot you are, because right now I'm going to walk away and I will never want to talk to you. This is definitely the rudest, uneducated, lamest answer I could have expected from a CEO that I was inspired until this moment by. And the reason is because how could you preach you're doing good and it didn't occur to you what I will do with that 500,000 euros a month? 5-6 million a year. Not bad. If I have multiple accounts, I can even multiply that. But any business model I want to do, I want it to unlimit the energy and the capacity of any human being, but also I do measure what they will do to themselves. So the $1 million, I can't spend myself. I cannot spend it annually. If I am full-time spender, like I'm talking about on my family, by myself, all I have to do is spend about $100,000 to just $100,000 a month. I will not be able to spend that. $3,000-4,000 a day? How? What do you do with it? Especially if you don't buy drugs or any lavish stuff, yachts, gambling. I don't do any of that. Doesn't amuse me. So I don't know how. Aside from just living, breathing, eating, and having some healthy activities, what else I'm going to do? Yeah, I'll take some courses. I'll take some educational, self-growth stuff. I spend on that. But $3,000 a day, living in the United States is a lot of money a day. Some people don't make it in a month. Many people. So it's not about what you do with that, to yourself. It's how many shoes can I buy with it? How many steaks? How many people can I invite? That's my philosophy. You don't have to do the same. I'm just telling you how I feel, what I do. Now, it doesn't click with a business mentality. You think this is business, okay? If this is all you think about, okay, this is not going to be successful or profitable. That's not my intention. I'm not creating a traditional business. I just had this conversation today with our key managers and executives. I said, stop telling me we did this in this company or that company. Stop telling me that. I'm unlike any of those. I respect it. I don't have the same motive. They do what they do for profitability or transactional relationship. I don't do the same. I have a higher purpose, just like Nancy said, okay? And that is my drive, is about influence, is about making an impact, leaving a legacy, touching more humans around us. So that's why it's AI with heart. That's why it's not typical. That's why it's not a business. It's not just a business. It's a complete concept. It's a theory. It's a stack of principles that we practice here. And I really don't want it to be the most profitable business in a way. That's not my intention. To myself or to the shareholders, if you wish, okay? That's not the case.